Hi, everyone, and welcome to the national launch of the Innovation Hub, also known as the iHub by CWIL Canada. I'm thrilled to be here today. My name is Charlene Marion, Director at CWIL Canada, for those of you that don't know me. And I'm thrilled to be here to launch, once again, yet another round of funding for the iHub. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the land for which I gather on today, which is that of the Abenaki peoples. That is also known as Sherbrooke, Quebec. I'd also like to take a moment for all of us to sit back and reflect upon the tremendous contributions from Indigenous peoples, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, and their contributions to the founding of the concept of work-integrated and experiential learning. For that, we are forever thankful and continue to be appreciative and thankful of their willingness to share that knowledge with us. So jumping in to the iHub, and of course, a little bit about CWIL Canada for those of you that don't know us. We are a national nonprofit, member-driven organization with about 1,600 members across 130 organizations. Our vision is to lead work-integrated learning in Canada, and our mission is to build the capacity to develop future-ready students through quality work-integrated learning. So what do we do at CWIL? Quite a few things. Of course, we fund innovative work-integrated learning experiences, and that's why we're here today. But we do a bunch of other things as well. We provide quality standards and accreditation across all forms of work-integrated learning. We collect co-op and work-integrated learning data. And also we provide unique learning and development opportunities for our members, amongst other things. Of course, I also wanted to take a moment to show appreciation for which this funding comes from. So this funding and program is funded in part by the Government of Canada's Innovative Work Integrated Learning Initiative. And also I would like to mention that the opinions and interpretations in this publication are those of CWIL Canada and do not necessarily reflect those of the Government of Canada. So for those of you that are not familiar with the iHub, it is a student-based funding for innovative WIL experiences. This focus comes into key four areas of work-integrated learning for which we focus on here, which are community, industry, research and projects, community service learning or community engaged learning, entrepreneurial WIL, and field placements. Our hope is that the iHub supports the advancement of and innovation in these forms of WIL, extends access, and ensures that WIL projects are delivered with quality learning standards for all students. This round of funding, as some of you already know, is to really promote and stimulate the development of learning opportunities for our students, and CWIL will partner with the Government of Canada once again to support an additional 18,005 experiences. So what are the main priorities of the iHub? Increase access, remove barriers, leverage technology, and of course, bona fide partnerships. So increasing access, particularly for equity deserving groups, removing barriers for students to be able to participate more easily in work-integrated learning, leveraging technology, particularly in a post-pandemic world, and finally, partnerships. So innovating work-integrated learning through new partnerships, but also new models of work-integrated learning. We also have the goal to support at least 40% of students from equity deserving groups. What have we done in the past? So some of the program highlights includes over 15,000 students supported, 82% of those from equity deserving groups. We supported 62 post-secondary institutions across Canada, and 70% of those identified as women or non-binary. So why are we here today? Of course, we're here to announce a brand new round of funding, and this round of funding will be, it started on September 1st and will run all the way until October 7th, 2022. And these are for experiences for winter 2023, or for those of you on the West Coast, spring and summer 2023. We also thought it was important to be able to share with you the upcoming calendar for the next RFPs, which include the next one starting in January, followed by May 2023. So a few important things to keep in mind for this round 1 2023, projects that run between January and August of 2023. Our deadline is October 7th at midnight Eastern time or just before. Our national adjudication process happens in mid-October, and then by mid-November, we have a final funding decision for you via our Good Grants platform. Our goal, just as a little reminder, is to have a regional intentionality behind this funding and to support the regions equally as possible. And we do have $36 million in funding over the next 2 years. So a few funding conditions just to, bring everyone back up to speed in case you needed a little bit of a reminder. In order for this to be funded, we do need to see 3 clear and distinct stakeholders. And those that are not typically considered partners are the WIL or EL office, service and product providers, professors, or guest speakers. We really want you to keep in mind, what is that partner, what is that industry or community partner receiving? Is there a deliverable at the end? So please keep that in mind. And talking about eligible costs, we do want to see a direct benefit to student of minimum $200, maximum $1,800. These come in the form of direct compensation. This comes in the form of financial support, as well as materials, supplies, or resources that students get to keep. I'd love to underline today the importance of really focusing in on direct student benefit and giving the student as much in their pocket as possible. Also eligible costs, and this time under the direct project cost line in the budget, could also be materials, supplies, and resources that are provided to students but stay at the institution. It could also be particular things that extend access to WIL for all iHub participants. Things that could be considered program enhancement, costs associated to running events, and of course, professional fees to bring in experts to enhance the WIL opportunity. So again, a reminder that it is $1,800 maximum per student, and that includes direct project costs. Administrative costs, we'd also like to just take a second to talk to you about that. It is a maximum of 10% of the total budget that can be considered administrative. And so that is 10% of the participant and direct project costs. And this could be considered IT support, processing fees, utilities, office space, and the like. So please keep in mind that calculation when you are putting your budget together. And if you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to the iHub team for any clarity that you require. In-kind contributions, also a really important part of this funding, is that your industry or community partner does support this experience, and that could be in a direct fashion through financial support, or often more commonly in-kind contributions, and that must be at least 20% of the total cost of your project. And this could be the time that your industry partner or community partner is taking with the students through briefings, mentoring, supervising, training, and evaluation. Again, if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to anyone on the iHub team, and they'll be happy to go through any of those details with you. It's also important to mention what we cannot fund, and we cannot fund capital assets as part of this program. So that means anything over $1,000 or more, we cannot support. Any expenses associated with the operation of an existing curricular WIL experience. And finally, alcohol, cannabis, or any other hospitality expenses that are not directly used to support the iHub participants. We also want to underline that there are data requirements if your project is funded. So we do require demographic and project information from all students and community partners. We also have an outcomes and evaluation for student participants as well as the industry and community partners. We also have additional documents as part of the reporting process, which include a final post-secondary institution report, a financial transaction report, and the data mentioned above. So what does the process look like for iHub? Right now, we are in the innovation and development stage, so I encourage you all to join our coffee chats, reach out to your regional associate directors or iHub directly through idea generation. Don't be shy, we're here to help and we're here to support you in your project ideas. You'll submit your application via our Good Grants platform. It will go through a national adjudication process, and finally, we go through the notification and funds disbursement. Adjudication takes place in mid-October for this round of funding, and I think it's important to note that this is a collection of will experts from across the country, and they have been trained and are extremely excited and thorough going through your applications. Here are a few things that stand out to them based on feedback that we've been given. They do favor direct student benefits or tangible benefits to the students. They love to see that in the budget and how the project is outlined. They love when you explain the learning design and you can choose whatever learning design that works for your pedagogy. That there's a strong focus on removing barriers for students in WIL. That you're presenting new and interesting ways of doing WIL. And that there's a focus on increasing access for equity deserving students and finding ways to, creatively leverage that technology. And finally, it's clear, explicit, and easy to read your application. That is something that is greatly appreciated. And again, if you need support in any one of these steps in the application process, please do feel free to reach out to the team. All of this information is available on cwilcanada.ca/iHub. You're welcome to go take a look at our application package and our adjudication rubric. I'll quickly go through some of the pieces here for adjudication criteria in case you're not familiar with it. So we are evaluating on quality. Is the WIL experience meaningful? Are students well prepared for this experience? And is there high quality pedagogy behind it? We're also looking for impact to the students. Is it a high impact academic, professional, and personal outcomes associated with this experience? Are they developing skills that are relevant in their academic discipline or perhaps in their region? Does the project include one of the 4 prioritized types of work integrated learning that we mentioned before? Innovation, of course, is an important key to this puzzle. Is it a new model of curricular WIL potentially, or is it applying an existing model of work integrated learning in a new way or to a new student population or academic discipline? Partnerships, also a very important piece of the puzzle. Is the partner receiving high quality benefits? Are you fostering new relationships or deepening those that already exist? And is the partner a right fit for the student's academic discipline or key for your region? Access, so does this project increase access to WIL students from underrepresented groups? And of course, technology. Is technology a core part of this program? And does this project leverage technology or existing technologies in innovative ways? So we're nearing the end of this presentation, and I am so thankful for all of you listening in. As always, we are here to support you and support your projects, and we have been thrilled to see the quality of projects that we have been able to fund thus far, and are excited to see what you have in store for us. If you need inspiration, please, as I said, I sound like a broken record now, but please reach out to the team, reach out to your regional associate director, or to ihub@cwillcanada.ca for idea generation or any of your questions. We'll be happy to help. Visit our webpage or our YouTube page for some inspirational videos of past projects. And finally, feel free to attend one of our ideas cafes. We have weekly open office hours. So please join us. If you have any questions, we are here to help and we are here to support. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.